We cannot keep our republic unless we restore what it takes to obtain a republic. A republic needs more than frequent elections, or freedom of speech, or an independent judiciary. The Constitution merely ordains the legal framework. The foundation of a republic is an independent middle class, self-reliant, busy, optimistic, able to organize, able to refuse. This is the only basis of political agency, for where the middle class does not prevail, the people are slaves, serfs, or subjects. Democracy is the people's share of power. Yet democracy doesn't arise from the fantasy that consent is given, but from the possibility that it be withheld. Only an independent middle class has both the power and will to maintain democracy, which makes these truths the supreme lesson of history. The diffusion of wealth dictates the diffusion of power, and to have a commonwealth, the commons must have the wealth. America was born a republic because America was born middle class. Most citizens were farmers, and there was always more land to the west. And America remains a republic because the middle class was reborn. Our industrial base was unscathed by the war, while the rest of the world lay in ruins, and the arsenal of democracy became the nursery of the middle class. America is now the plaything of the plutocracy, and where wealth concentrates, demagogues and dictators thrive. It happened in Rome, and it's happening here. The Greeks called it anacyclosis, the cycle of revolution. Most civilizations were confined to the early stages, the same old story of monarchy and oligarchy, of warlords and tyrants. But republics advanced beyond that, and only because of their middle classes. Where the middle class rises, oligarchy is forced to share power with democracy. When the middle class falls, democracy degenerates into mob rule. And superpower republics alone reach the end of the cycle, where warlords and tyrants return to crush mob rule, re-establishing monarchy upon the ruins of public liberty. How can the cycle be stopped? Conventional wisdom is simple. Checks and balances, separation of powers, ambition to counteract ambition. This is the origin of our Constitution, patterned after the Roman Constitution, except consuls, senate, and popular assemblies are now the executive, judicial, and legislative branches. But remember the first lesson of history. Power follows wealth. The struggle over wealth is the motor which turns the revolutionary wheel, and it's stronger than any constitutional break. And when the people are desperate, they care little for ancient political science. In their pessimism and anger, they follow a Caesar, or worse, one man who abides no check on his own ambition, and who will one day brush the old Constitution aside. America's middle class is dying, and the Constitution is powerless to preserve our republic without it. The founders imposed no duty on the government to protect the middle class, not because it was inconsistent with freedom, but because it was unnecessary for farmers. But we will finish what the founders began, and as we're no longer an agrarian nation, but an advanced commercial republic, that means giving our modern society an updated theory of constitutional political economy. But we will never abandon the Constitution. We will only amend it, because middle-class primacy is now the first object of American patriotism and the primary responsibility of American government. And while the Constitution only established the legal form of our republic, we must now empower it to guarantee its political substance. Middle-class primacy means this: the middle class should own at least half our nation's wealth. Today, it owns barely a quarter, so we've got a long way to go. But we will save our republic, and here's how. We will tether America's top households to the national median household net worth. The ultra-rich must then cause markets to raise the median in order to themselves enjoy any future gains. This wealth aspect ratio protects American workers from all adverse forces and for all coming time. Blame what you will. Globalization, monopolization, immigration, automation. Whatever would hurt workers, the ratio dictates in all events. No gains for the middle, no gains for the top. It's not wealth redistribution, controlled by government agencies. It's wealth deconcentration, conveyed through market actors. And it's not socialism. It's an incentive plan for the republic to prevent socialism, to perfect capitalism, to maintain democracy, to ensure the commonwealth and the commonwealth, because a true republic is little more and nothing less than an empire of the middle class. Where the Founding Fathers failed to break the cycle of political revolution, we will, for the first time in history, reverse it. And where Brutus failed to save his republic with a dagger, we will save ours with the ratio. Preserve the republic, protect the middle class, amend the Constitution. Operation Abigail.